Be prepared to enter a world stranger than you have ever imagined.
Children of the night. What music, eh?
There is no way to penetrate this barrier. It is the strength of 1,000,000 souls. Power of the dead.
Who's laughing now?
The eclecticism of the man on the corner.
Have you ever questioned the eclecticism of the man on the corner? The way his hair always seems a bit too fidgety. The dodgy demeanor of his violently speckled shirt. Those weird boots that seem like they're fighting a war against poverty. The way his nose is always turned upwind. What about that mustache? Isn't it in the wrong place? I questioned these things, but they also terrified me. "Hey boy," the man on the corner said to me one day. "You know Tilly?" I nodded. "No," I said. "How old are you?" he asked, the white of his eyes occasionally occupied by pupils. 23.5, I said. "You sound old enough to know Tilly then," he proposed. I shook my head. "Yes," I answered. Come with me. He winked suggestively before disappearing into a particularly dark alley. Have you ever questioned the esotericism of a dark alley? The way it opens up as it closes you in. The putrid stench of past mistakes and new experiences. The inconsequential nature of your presence in it. Until your presence in it is all there is and ever will be. "I want you to meet someone," the man murmured, sauntering gracefully between piles of garbage shaped like men, and men shaped like piles of garbage, undoubtedly guided by those poverty-fighting boots. Is it Tilly?" I asked confusedly. He laughed like a blood-soaked rag. "No," he said. "Someone important." At the end of the alley, there was a door. Not the kind that opens, but the kind that closes right behind you. "Why me?" I queried as the door closed behind me. "You're an innocent, ain't you?" he asked rhetorically. "Yes," I said, not understanding the nature of his rhetorical question. "Is she gonna love you then?" he chuckled. Have you ever questioned the erraticness of a many-doored hallway? The way each door represents a soft demise brought on by years of despair. The way the yellowing paper smells faintly of repressed voices of the unborn. What about the flickering fluorescent lights? Why won't they die? At the end of the many-doored hallway, there was a square hole in the wall. Somehow the existence of a doorless hole seemed important and blasphemous and perverse. "See through there," the man said. "What will she do?" I asked. "Take away your innocence," he grinned improbably. "Won't I miss it?" It's always been in the last place you look. I nodded internally and stepped through the hole. Have you ever questioned the eroticism of a fallen angel? The way those warty lips dance and squirm like a pair of black bloated slugs mid-coitus. The shape and depth and pus-like color of ageless scars across loose pale skin. The putrid stench of a rotten soul yearning for grace. Bottomless crevices of repugnant delights, a voice like wind through a hollowed-out carcass. Was it worth it? The man asked once she was done with me. No question about it, I answered. No more questions.